Starting with the latest on the coronavirus emergency across the country, the majority of states are now battling rising infections. The U.S. now reporting nearly 3.8 million cases and over 140,000 deaths.
And some of America's hotspots are overwhelmed. 37 states are seeing an increase in hospital admissions.
Victor Okendo is in Miami with the very latest, where testing lines have been a big issue. Good morning, Victor.
Good morning, Michael. There is a huge demand for testing, and that's leading to a strain on labs statewide. This is the front of the line for testing here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. But let's take you up to our live drone at the back of the line. It's about a mile away. You can see the line there. People started arriving around 4 this morning, eager to get tested. This as we await encouraging news about a possible vaccine.
This morning, a possible breakthrough from Oxford University, expected to release potentially promising early results from their COVID vaccine currently in human trials.
It's not really a race against other vaccines, it's a race against time.
The vaccine reportedly showing a positive immune response protecting against COVID-19 in phase 1 of its trial. Blood samples in those given a dose reportedly showing an increased presence of antibodies and T cells that might stop the novel coronavirus in its tracks.
The truth is that we don't know when we'll have a final result on how well the vaccine works. It's likely to be months rather than weeks. We said before we were aiming for September, October time. I still think that's a realistic aspiration, but we can't be certain.
The hopeful news coming as many hospitals across the country are nearing capacity. In Hidalgo County, Texas, patients are waiting up to 10 hours before an initial exam. In the first 3 months of the outbreak, they saw 12 deaths. One day this week, seeing 22 deaths before noon.
In the 30-plus years that I've been a physician, I've never seen anything like this before. It's very difficult when you are putting your mom's best friend in a body bag. It's very difficult when you're putting your 6th grade school teacher on a mechanical support.
In other parts of the country, people are finding it difficult to even find a test. Brian Devlin flying from California to Idaho for testing.
I feel like I'm taking a risk, definitely, but we're taking a risk every day that we can't get an appointment, and whether we can get a test, we can't get results.
On Sunday, with thousands of new cases, Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti warning of another possible stay-at-home order, admitting they probably opened too soon.
I think we're on the brink of that. We have to be as vigilant right now as we were the first day.
In Florida, the current epicenter in the U.S., less than 20% of ICU beds are available statewide. John Place, a father of 3, spent 17 days on a ventilator after the disease spread through his entire household. His family didn't think he'd survive.
You know, really and truly, I don't think we ever did. In a million years, do we think it's going to really hit home like this and be this bad?
John's wife says they all tested positive after she says his 21-year-old son, despite promising he'd take the proper precautions, contracted it at a friend's house.
They're not understanding that if they walk out again and infect somebody else and bring it home, especially if they live in a multi-generational home, other people aren't going to be so lucky.
The lines here at Hard Rock Stadium have been so long every single day that officials are now asking people not to come out so early so they can stagger out the testing times a little bit. One of the first countries to welcome back U.S. visitors, the Bahamas, now reversing course, closing its airports and seaports to the United States. One last note, a realistic timeline for that vaccine, early 2021. Whit?
All right, Victor, thanks so much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.